about our chief guest. Shiksha is an organization founded by T.P. Seshikumar to promote learning from all quarters. Shiksha's main purpose is to train youngsters to face the multi-dimensional challenges they come across in modern world. Dr. T.P. Seshikumar hails from a humble background with modest resources and always tried to make best of them. Though initially he was not good at studies, slowly and steadily he started valuing education immensely, as it has made he is a mix of philosopher and scientist. Now is time to begin our honorable chief guest and our principal onto the stage.
Had the opportunity to speak to more than 8 lakhs of children, teach more than 5 lakhs of teachers in this life. After retirement, I went to probably one of the best schools I have seen in my life. A rich man is running a school in Kerala, because I'm a Keralite. I went to Kerala, a small village where the poorest of the poor is being taken. 90 children per year will be given admission in a small school, but true international level, free of cost. All the children are taken care of by the rich man. Not only the children gets admission, then the whole family is taken care of by him. There is a free hospital which runs equivalent to any of the 5-star hospitals which you can see in the city today, in a small village in Kerala. You will see everything there, including the best scanners or best investigation apparatus which you will see in any hospital, except one item, which is the bill, because it is given free. I was an educational consultant to that organization for 1.5 years, and I consider that was one of my best time in learning what is to be done in academics. Soon after my job in ISRO, that's what I did. He was running a school from nursery, KG, up to 4th class when I was there. A rich man who makes palaces abroad, therefore he has a lot of money. He flies from Gulf to Kerala only in his own flight. You can imagine. We had a discussion on education, what can be done, how can you improve it, for 13 hours. My first meeting was 13 hours. And I suggested to him, you don't have to change a children's education from KG or higher classes. You give me 8th class children and give me 8 months time. Only holidays, I will show how these children will become internationally equivalent ones. That was my first project, 2010. Now this is 2016. All the 8th class children, 90 of them I picked up. 37 of them are in the best international government-run IITs or NITs or engineering colleges or Wipro-run programs where 6,000 rupees is given as stipend per month for graduate students. They were all guaranteed that they will never become anything in their life, but I could make that difference. Because I believe a good student or a bad student banner should not be given to anyone. It doesn't happen because the family background is different, because the children which I have taken were from the lowest family, where their aspirations in life was becoming only an auto driver or an electrician or a casual laborer or a sales girl, nothing more than that. But I took them to different places, shown them the greatest of the greats, given the high aspiration to them. They were all Malayalam medium normal children. It took only 3 days of workshop for making them to have the courage of speaking in English. I don't say they speak in English, but the courage of speaking in English. I took them to Goa and sent them to the beach. I asked them every day they will have to find at least one foreigner to whom they have to speak and get all the details about them. Just send them to a beach, they will learn how to speak in English. This is an experiment in education which I did. The last tenure as a job which I have done was with a school which I was part of planning the school itself, and that was called the Guardian School. which is the international school again. It's very difficult to get 400, 500 children as admission in the first year when you start up a big school with a large investment of 15 crores or 20 crores. Because it's a big business where the return of investment will not come in after 3 years or 4 years. It comes after 20 years. That's a school business. But then I had a better approach. The best approach was, while the construction was happening, I had made a project report in which one could start a preschool and a KG and LKG and UKG. And my brand name was given as Grandma Child Care Center. We have got 2 schools in Kerala now, one in Thrissur and one in Kasaragod. We make a lot of difference in education. We make a lot of difference in the activity. So I am part of academics from the highest to the lowest. I teach a lot of children for their civil service. I run a Gurukulam training program at my house. I have got a 200-year-old house in Kerala, which is converted into a Gurukulam where 50 children can stay. Last year I got 200 children from 7 different countries across the globe, staying with me from 12 years onwards to maybe employers who work in different places. Why I said this much is, if somebody believes that my student or my child is good or bad, don't banner them good or bad. You can make them good or bad. It's only the way you train them. I don't know how many of you watch YouTube. I spend a lot of time on net. I'm a netizen more than a citizen probably. That's my wife's complaint generally. I spend a lot of time on this, but that's what I enjoy doing it, because that's what I learn. And that's what I use, because today's generation are in that. I may be the only one who wrote a book on Orkut discussions between me and my students. Nowhere in the world, nobody must have written a discussion between a social media interaction becomes a book, because I worth it and it worth it. And yesterday I was in one of the schools. We had got 400 children. Day before yesterday I was in Pullareddy's school, Oasis. Every day I am in different school. I speak to 400 children average in a day. That's why we could make it 8 lakhs. All of them, in the higher classes also, I keep saying, with the small examples, how you make genius people. I don't know how many of you or how many of the teachers or the parents of here can speak what was Einstein's background. Einstein was not a brilliant student per se, but only thing he used his knowledge being creative. Probably you should ascertain the ability of anybody in this world, not to the father but to the mother. Mother is the one who trains children. I don't know how many of you, this is not that visible, but you could see this. How many of you have seen this? Probably I will put the audio on. You must be able to listen to this.